Intro.
Uh, Hello, Normans. Welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Sarah Hoofar.
And I'm Natalie Gold. Stay tuned on news about COVID mandates.
And more on Thanksgiving travel plans around the school in 15 minutes.
This is the Norman News.
Hello, Normans, and happy holidays. Just a reminder that this week is Thanksgiving break. There will be no school from Wednesday, November 24th through November 29th. Now that holiday season is coming close, health is an important factor to keep in mind. There will be a lot of events from seasonal traveling to Thanksgiving gatherings. Keeping in mind and prioritizing healthy eating is crucial and can start off the new year right. Make sure to avoid procrastination when it comes to the holiday season and continue to practice balanced eating. Some tips to keep in mind are to build a healthy eating plan for the holidays, continue your physical activity routines, and pay attention to the days in between holidays. Because who would want to diet on Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, and vacation? These days are just a few days in between the entire holiday season. But make sure not to stress over holiday eating. Happy Thanksgiving!
The CDC will be implementing new COVID-19 mandates in our area to ensure the safety of yourself and others around you. Beginning on November 29th, most indoor public spaces in Los Angeles, such as concert venues, movie theaters, restaurants, bars, gyms, and shopping malls, will all require you to show proof of vaccination. When showing proof of vaccination, you may use your physical vaccination card, a photocopy of your vaccination card, documentation of your vaccination from your healthcare provider, or your digital COVID vaccine record. Anyone who breaks these mandates will face consequences. For example, someone who breaks this mandate twice will be fined $1,000, and those who break these rules for a fourth time will be charged $5,000. The Los Angeles County Health Director, Barbara Ferrer, has spoken out about Los Angeles' vaccination progress, and she has stated that the vaccination requirements, as well as the indoor public masking requirements, will stay in place until the beginning or middle of 2022.
Members of Afghanistan's women's soccer team fled to Britain after being flown from Pakistan with the help of a rabbi, a UK soccer club, and Kim Kardashian. A plane carrying more than 130 people in all landed at Stansted Airport near London on Thursday morning. The group's founder, Rabbi Moshe Margaretin, has worked with reality TV star Kim Kardashian on criminal justice reform in the U.S. before, and he reached out to her to help pay for a chartered plane to the UK. Kardashian's brand Skims has made the donation to help save the woman. Ever since the Taliban's takeover of the country, women playing sports are seen as a political act of defiance, and hundreds of female athletes have left Afghanistan. Many have already been saved. However, thousands more still need saving. We will have more on this story in the weeks to come. Now let's send it to Nora with local news.
On November 18th, thousands of people went to Rodeo Drive to see the annual holiday lighting celebration. The street was filled with festive decorations, and locals enjoyed the music played on the stages that lined the streets. The city also joined forces with the Wallace Annenberg Center of Performing Arts to include aerobic and musical performances. The memorable evening ended off with a whimsical fireworks show. Now let's send it to Rachel with entertainment.
Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are officially dating. The relationship was confirmed by a close source to the Kardashian family. The relationship isn't super serious, but they have taken their friendship to the next level. This is Kim's first relationship since her divorce from rapper and father of her children, Kanye West. Kim and Pete do have a rather big age gap, with Kim being age 41 and Pete being age 27. They would like to keep the details of their relationship private at this time. Rumors continue to speculate after Kim brought Pete to her mom's Palm Springs home. Now let's send it to Jasmine with food.
Making Thanksgiving treats is not only for this time of the year, but for any time. I love to make pumpkin-flavored desserts no matter what time it is. The desserts come in a variety. There are cakes, pies, cookies, and much more. I personally am a baker, and Thanksgiving is the time I love to bake the most. Some of my favorite things to bake are pumpkin pies and pumpkin bread. The combination of cream and pumpkin with the pie crust makes for a tasteful experience. Another thing I love to bake during Thanksgiving is braided apple pies. The activity of braiding the dough on top of the pie is always such a fun time to do with your family and friends. Making your own Thanksgiving treats can be both fun and easy if you buy a pre-made crust from the supermarket. There are also gluten-free pie crust options available so that everyone can enjoy it even if you have dietary restrictions. All you would have to do is create the pie filling and put it in the oven. Making Thanksgiving treats is not only for this time of the year, but for any time. I love to make pumpkin-flavored desserts no matter what time it is. Now let's send it to Matthew with gaming.
Thank you. SMT5 is a game long awaited by fans of the series. It's a turn-based strategy game with a focus on collection, exploration, and combat over story. In this game, you play as a student sent to the world of Da'at, a post-divine apocalypse, and is transformed into a divine being known as a Nahabino. I definitely butchered that translation. You join with Bethel, a demon-fighting organization with the goal to protect humanity, with tons of twists, turns, and philosophical conundrums for the ages. I would say that SMT5's story, while somewhat flawed, is still very worthwhile despite not being the most story-driven game. While you are playing, you're completely free to explore the beautifully devastated world of Da'at, fighting and befriending demons along your journey to keep your human world safe. You'll befriend demons on your journey through Da'at, and it isn't some grand quest to prove your capabilities. It's usually just a conversation to convince certain enemies to join you. Though saying that understates the work put into said conversations. As you collect these demons, you'll be able to fuse them into stronger entities to fight alongside you. Now, what really separates this game apart from your average turn-based RPG is how it uses its combat mechanics. When you exploit weaknesses, gain critical hits, and generally play well, you'll be rewarded with extra turns, while on the other hand, things like using the wrong attacks, and enemies getting super effective attacks off, and getting hit by critical hits will actively cause you to lose turns, while also having an attack gauge system and a lot more stuff that is best explained in-game rather than by myself on a time limit. But don't worry, you will not need a degree in theoretical physics to play this game. Put this system together with intense boss battles that push you to the limit, making this game both a difficult, unique, and highly enjoyable game of its style. All of this while being serenaded by beautiful music that, while not really something I would listen to out of the game, is still very good. Overall, I highly recommend SMT5. It's a game absolutely worth the $60 you'll be paying. Now on to Deborah with the weather.
Thank you, and hello Normans, and welcome to this week's weather forecast for the week of November 22nd, 2021. This week in Los Angeles, we will be experiencing sunny skies with high in the 70s throughout the week. Today, it's sunny with a high of 83 and a low of 55. Tuesday, we'll see more sunny weather and continue to have a high of 70 degrees. Wednesday, skies are shining again, but with a decrease to 68 degrees. Thursday, there will be sunny skies with a high of 75 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. Finally, on Friday, we will be in the mid-70s with sunny skies. Thank you for watching this week's weather forecast. This is Deborah Cohen, and now let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Deborah, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Norman News. I'm Sarah Hoofar.
And I'm Natalie Gold. We will see you next week.